Hi, this is Erica Price, the Literacy and Assistive Technology Consultant for Central Kentucky Educational Cooperative, and today we're going to look at some of the offerings from the New York Times. So, the New York Times offers many different learning avenues. They have quizzes, writing prompts, lesson plans, multimedia, which is what we're going to look at a little bit more, and contests, to name a few. It's definitely worth looking into. So, for that multimedia, they actually offer VR for education. What is VR? VR is virtual reality. Virtual reality allows students to explore, and New York Times has set up the videos and the lesson plans for classroom use. So here is one of the VR videos that New York Times completed. This one is actually called Under a Cracked Sky. This is a 360-degree video, so that way I can click anywhere in the video and drag it to different locations to allow me or the student to choose the focus point. So I'm going to hit play and show you what I mean. Okay, so this again is Under the Cracked Sky by the New York Times. And as the video is playing, you can see my mouse. I'm just going to click and drag my mouse so you can see.
It's summer in Antarctica,
different places.
and the sun won't set for another 3 months.
As we get into the video,
I am Steve Rupp, co-dive.
we will actually begin the dive.
It almost looks like blue sky a lot of times with cracks in it.
We can listen,
and then as the sun starts being up more partway through October, we start not having sunset anymore.
So if you are using something like a virtual reality video in your classroom, for this one specifically, you could start the students with some kind of scenario before they begin. You could say, in this VR experience, you will join a team of expert divers to dive under 8 feet of Antarctic sea ice. Your goal is to document your experience and share it with your classmates so you can better understand what lies beneath the continent. During the exploration, you would want the students to complete different activities. Maybe they could complete a "if I were there" journaling protocol. So they would be noting things such as, if I were there, I would touch. If I were there, I would see. If I were there, I would hear. I would smell. I would taste. I would feel. And during this video specifically, you are down with different divers. You hear the seals. You hear the ice crack. It just kind of makes you feel cold. It's a great video, and it allows for many, many experiences for our students. In the classrooms, VR, virtual reality, it's engaging. It can be a great hook for a unit for your students. It invites students to participate in their learning. They are not just spectators. Students get to choose where to focus their attention by moving the mouse around, just as I showed you. It's a different kind of learning. It's all about exploration, inquiry, and discovery. It makes those abstract concepts concrete. Students may not get to take these trips in real life, but they can participate through virtual reality. It's also an engine for empathy. So this technology creates a feeling of connection with the people. It also creates a feeling of experience. And it's manageable, so you can do it in 1 to 2 class periods. How could you use VR in your classroom? Well, again, you could use it as a hook at the beginning of a unit. It's a great way for students to experience what it might be like to be in these other situations. A virtual reality field trip could be used to build background knowledge. So, for example, if you're teaching a novel that takes place in Ethiopia, you can use VR to introduce students to the people and their way of life. Let's look a little more at this video.
All the algae and the diatoms start growing in the little cracks and crevices in the ice, and so the blues kind of start turning green in spots, and patches will turn yellow.
You can make connections to your content and curriculum. Students can practice skills, for example, like the journaling we did, or I showed you. They could practice a journaling protocol and make observations, draw conclusions, and practice descriptive writing. How do students watch VR videos? Well, they could use a VR headset, but that gets kind of costly. They could use those little cardboard viewers. Those are great, but you do have to have a smart device to sit inside the cardboard viewer, or just as we did, and watch it directly from the device. You can also note that each video down here, this one is 9 minutes 47 seconds. So when I said each is manageable in 1 to 2 class periods, the videos are approximately 10 minutes in length. And you're going to also notice that New York Times has brought you a teacher's resource, a teaching resource on these VR videos. So, for example, I'll scroll kind of slow. I don't want to make anybody sick. They have all of the basics: why to use it, how to use the guide, the learning strategies for VR, and tips to get started. They have 8 VR video lesson plans completed. When I say 8, there's actually more. For example, lesson 3, we just watched a glimpse of the Antarctic. Lesson 3 actually has 4 different Antarctic expeditions. So there are more than 8, but they are just calling them 1 through 8. And then it's broken down. Let's go on down. It's broken down into your actual lessons. So it starts with the list of lesson plans that are available. And then here's the first lesson. It's a mission to Pluto. So you actually take off and land on Pluto. The lessons include the VR link. So it's clickable. You just click on it to watch the link. And lots of information available to use with your. I hope you find this useful. If you have any questions, drop an email to me. My email address is erica.price@ckec. Let me know what you think. Thanks.